Hello yogi friends, my name is Bri in case we have not practiced with each other before, and you just watched the Q&A session of our beginner friendly yoga series from week 2 where we discussed cat and cow. So one of your questions was, what is cat and cow in Sanskrit? So Bitilasana is cow. And now comes the tough one for me. Marjaryasana is the cat. So Bitilasana and Marjaryasana. Good. You won't hear this very often in classes. You might do, and you don't hear it very often with me because it's a mouthful. And sometimes, you know, when you inhale Bitilasana, it's quite long. So, and exhale Marjaryasana. Anyway, it's possible, but I don't do this very often. Okay, the second question was, we wear a lot on our wrists. Yes, it is. At the beginning, to be on the wrists, on the hand, it is tough. But you will develop strengths, you will develop the muscles, you will really see the progress in a few weeks. So bear with me. Do the warm-ups, what we usually do, you know, this opening and closing of the fingers, the wrist circles, and whatever really is working on your wrists and strengthening your fingers. So we did the warm-up, so when you want to go back to week 2, the day 1 to 5 is always a wrist warm-up. But there are other options to practice cat and cow. It's a cat and cow variation then. And this is where I have now my chair. This is why I have my chair here now. Because you can do it standing, you can do it sitting, and we will do so over the weeks. Only that you know that this is a thing. So I have the back of my chair, and I made sure that this chair doesn't go anywhere, whatever I do with it, so it's not sliding away. And when you do the cat and cow in a standing pose, then please try that the alignment, that you have the ankle over the hip over the ankle, not the ankle over the hip, still applies. So what you can do is have your hands, I walk a little bit further away, have your hands on the back of the seat, bend your knees slightly, otherwise you yank too much on your hamstrings. Bend your knees slightly, and now see if there is the alignment still there. I think it's okay. Your hands, I mean, you know, when you straighten them, you have, I would keep them straight. And your tailbone, your spine, your neck, and your head, they should be in one line. So you have a long spine. And when you inhale, you probably push into the back of the seat and you send the chest forward, you arch your spine. When you exhale, you round your spine, your gaze drops in between your thighs, inner thighs. Inhale, send your chest forward, you really push. Exhale, you round your spine. Tuck your tailbone under. When you inhale, you arch your spine. It's not that you lift up, you stay low, but you arch your spine and you send your chest forward, gaze up. And exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone under, drop your gaze. And come back to a neutral position. And let go. you see, it is possible, and you have the same dance of the spine when you do it standing. Okay, this said, the next point, the next point was the fact that I mentioned isometric contraction when we are trying to arch our spine and send the chest forward. And I only demo, and I hope this explains the isometric contraction a little bit better. So, this is not the normal alignment, and don't do this. This is only to explain it to you. When you do not keep the wrist where they are, and I say contraction, then you would slide probably your wrist towards the knee. And in the isometric contraction, this is still the same action, so muscular engagement for sliding the wrists back, but they stay in place. So you don't go this way towards your knees, but you stay here, and with staying here, you give your chest really this energy to shine forward. Ha! When you don't do this, then it is, when you keep your hands or wrists lazy, I would say, then it is more difficult to send your chest through the gates of your arms. You know, this, because this is the action. Send your chest through the gates of your arms without moving your arms. Okay. And overall, we discussed the padding of the knees again. And really don't beat yourself up with why do I don't need to pad my knees and why you need to pad your knees. Either you develop that sooner or later you might not need the padding anymore, or you only have this sensitive knees and you might need this all the time, but nothing to beat yourself up as well. This is how it is. Okay, so this was the Q&R of week 2. I hope it helped you, and in case you have any further questions, please write them down in the chat, ask me, and I hope to see you for week 3.